Hello. No countdown today since I was on the Throne of Thought when I should have started it. Really gotta figure out like a timer for that though. Right. It's been 2 days since Restream IO. I don't even know what the hell happened to it. I didn't look into what happened. I just know it was very wrong yesterday. Yes, I do have a bell. Oh, those are shambles. Alright. Yeah, I am like... I'm also lit up, so there's that too. I think it's just that I hit the omniscience range though. What is with them getting constantly knocked down though? Well, the next time you get knocked... There you are. There we go. Nope. Of course I get hit with the paralysis. I'll let my light turn off so I can sneak better. Oh, there goes the... Oh, and that's just dead instantly. Okay. Ah, there he is. Sorry, what? Also, that is a cave-in happening right now. Thank Akatosh for the time stop powers. Oh, it's a column. Okay. Oh, another... Oh, that's... Okay, cool. This is shock, right? Yeah, it's shock. Just want to be sure, because the one-handed variant of this is cold. So it's only the normal variants that get two-shot. Noted. Noted. I should be able to do that and kill it. I can't help but feel like there was a fork that I just passed by, though. There was. Here, I know there was just side paths. I don't expect there to be anything branching off of them, but maybe there is. don't know if I should do this. I'll just close the door. Oh, I think they already spotted me through the wall. Of course, I need to... Alright, I should install SDR. I don't know how much harder that'll make sneaking, but didn't. The reason why these light spells are always 50 feet is because higher than 50 feet and they just see me through walls like all the time. 50 feet is how much a torch illuminates, so keep it 50 feet and you should be fine most of the time. But oh my word. I wonder just how large they made these tentacles in for what. Okay. It's like is almost every dungeon in the Shivering Isles gonna be quest related? Alright. Complete shambles don't actually. Major shield. Interesting. Saying good. Yeah. I heard what I was saying. Oh, right, because Shivering Isles is so much smaller than mainland Cyrodiil. They may have just made all the dungeons quest related and not have too much pure side content. Yeah, if I had like SDR installed, I have a feeling that I could get away with like a 100-foot light spell or something and not get seen through walls. It's open. Oh, it's open right here. That's our complete shambles. I'll do it. Bone shard. Hello there, mushroom. No, from the top it looks like a normal mushroom, but then it's not. Salutations thing of ill repute. I just like kill it. So I did. When will I get the crystal chest keys? What are they? When will I get them? I must hoard them. Oh, actually, maybe I should mark this location. Somehow. Let's see, is there any location nearby? What's the blue skate? Bottom of the waterfall. Bottom of a bottom fall. Alright. And then west of Bliss Gate. Crystal chest needs key. Should make a bit more use of that self-memo channel. I was originally there to have everybody hold together and help me with Shiv's riddles, but after learning I might have bugged them out this playthrough, I kind of just turned it into... Oh, and downloading more of BG's mods, I just kind of turned it into a massive... like self-memo pretty much. Self-reminders. You do it. Shayoth Graveyard. I may change my armor up. I'm still a little bit tired of seeing that elbow piece on the left. This is the Dementia half, ain't it? It has to be Dementia half. Hello. Got able to block the physical damage, but you can't block the shock damage. Also, just a little unsure what I should put into 3, because the bow is nice, sure, but as we brought up a few streams ago, if my swords are getting behind the times, I think the bow would be too. Anywho, it is currently time to get back on the road proper. Is harvestable? These are not harvestable. Why do you always start by shooting spells at me? Oh, it's a matron. Alright. Noted. Matrons I should cut first, then blast. We're pretty close to New Shayoth, and as I mentioned, a lot of these dungeons feel like they're quest related, so I feel like I shouldn't just go off and explore, because we're going to hit a lot, many dead ends. So I feel like I was hearing somebody talk, like a red guard or something. Ah! You. Oh, I heard somebody talking. This is quite a high spot in the Isles. And what are these? Astral Bloom, you say? Oh, Aster Bloom. Well, I think about now. Yeah, we will not have to repair this and sharpen it for a long time to come. Oh, side effects. Side effects, side effects, side effects. Anyway, I think... Hello. I'm in Discord this time too, so if you have a mic and want to do that instead of text, whatever, your choice. Oh, where are the things to put away? Oh, telekinesis. I did not look up Soul Tomato. Alright. And I really shouldn't. I'm gonna keep that perplexing. Right, so what do I want to do? Which armor set to use? Try Lost King, which I should rename at some point. Same with Fallen Champion, but whatever. Hi there. Aw, you reflected yourself. Oh, no hood? Oh, thank you. I only take complete sets. Auto attempt. Almost at 1,000 picks anyways. Gotta break a few. Dane Ring. If this were not... Yep, Lord of the Pit. Well, if this weren't less annoying magic experience which rebalances all the enchantments, Mundane Ring would be a fantastic find. But right now it's kinda iffy. I mean, it's a pretty good find, it's just not... It's got like... What? It's like supposed to be like... Nah, I'm gonna hurry that. It's supposed to be resist magic 50%, reflect spell 35% in vanilla. This is reflect spell 15%, resist 20, and weakness to normal weapons 5%. So still good, but not as good as not as like overwhelmingly great as it used to be. Alright, praise of Gyub. Kneel, face forward, and raise hands above head. Praise be to Gyub, Lord of the Pit. Hear us, warbling Redeemer. Hail the rebirth approaching. Praise be to Gyub, Lord of the Pit. Lower hands and close eyes. Please accept our offering, merciful one. Extend your tentacles and accept this gift. Bless us, embryonic prince. May this offering satisfy your infinite maw. Stand, open eyes, and wait for volunteer to be escorted to the precipice. Please accept our offering, O merciful one. Feed and grow now, our prince. Arise and devour oblivion hence. May this offering sate your growing bulk. Open floor and grasp volunteer by wrists and ankles. Gently swing with sideways motion. Praise be to Gyub, Lord of the Pit. Maga Barthala, Maga Nadagon. Praise be to Gyub, Lord of the Pit. Begin to rhythmically stomp feet, all the while swinging volunteer faster and faster. Praise be to Gyub, praise be to Gyub, praise be to Gyub. Wow. I've been playing Hellblade all day. It's a stressful game. When volunteer has reached maximum height, release wrists and ankles. Wait for screaming to stop. Face forward and raise hands above head. Praise be to Gyub. Call to us, prince. Sing your foul tune. Praise be to Gyub. Wait for Gib to respond. Get down on knees with hands still raised above head. All hail Gib, lord of the pit. All hail rebirth, day of our death. All hail Gib. All hail Gib. Oh, that's the pit. Let's close it. Did you bring plenty of soul gems? My dearest cousin, thank you for last month's shipment. He was very pleased. I have found that when two are thrown in at the same time, the louder his response and the longer it lasts. How exciting! Now, I understand how difficult it is for you to gather more volunteers, but I am in need of your services more than ever, cousin. You and I both know it will not be long until the day of rebirth is upon us, so the more we can offer, the better. When he arrives, I will make sure you are duly rewarded for your services. Be sure to let our volunteers know how happy we all are with their commitment to the cause and what an enormous impact they are having on the coming of rebirth. There's actually no place forward but the pit. Doesn't seem like there is. Alright. Local map doth not lie. Well then. First off, let me summon you and get you onto the pit, kind of. Kind of on the edge, so yeah, you're not gonna fall. You gonna, like, follow me a bit? I'm gonna have to, like, push you, aren't I? There. Well, I know there's something down there. I didn't hear any kind of sound. I don't see any life signature either. Spell's still up though, so he's alive? But that's like over 300-foot drop then. Oh, this is a very long drop. Well, normally I'd think of the volunteers as sacrifices. Knowing this is the Shivering Isles, I bet they actually did volunteer. I just stopped questioning logic, and you don't apply logic to madness, as that golden saint once said. No, your invisibility doesn't save you. It seems like I only have one save of Hellblade up at a time, but would you want to see that later? When I'm actually done with my current playthrough? Well, first playthrough? Alright, let's see if that kills them all. Seems to. Let me be clear. Do you have any intention to play Hellblade yourself? Oh, well, that's actually nice to hear. Okay, because, like, it's like Breath of the Wild and the fact that it's, like, best going in blind, like, on your first playthrough. Which is why, sure, I'll play it on the stream if you want to see it, but like, be sure you don't intend to play it later, otherwise you could lose some of the magic. Although I tend not to talk over dialogue, so you might not lose too much. Oh. Wait, are you serious? Well, I think I'd have to get an MU to show it on stream, but... You know, this game for the Switch, the console seller that actually sold more copies of the game than there are Switches in existence. Yes. Yes, that one. Where in the hell am I? Also, very good sky. I seem to be on Eastern Shore, I guess? It would be pretty far out. Freaking let me down. There we go. Okay. If that Zelda game happened to be the very first one for like the NES, then this is a bit closer to it. Breath of the Wild, that is. Ocarina of Time established the series formula, which it stuck to all the way up until Skyward Sword, where it got too handholdy, and then they just went like a 180 for Breath of the Wild. Ah, so you don't even remember it that much. Ooh, and Minish Cap or Four Swords? Those are the two for the GBA, but I think Minish Cap was probably the... Because I know Four Swords Adventure was also for the GameCube, but also technically for the GBA, but I don't remember ever seeing a copy for it. Minish Cap, though, I have for the GBA. Minish Cap was really fun in my youth. Oh, you're a sweet one. Time to actually check the world map. Oh, we fell way east. Just stop shooting your stuff at me every time you see me. Ah. Yeah, I think time investment-wise, Pokemon would have definitely lasted you longer.
Oh!
Yeah, that's a part of the gaming scape I definitely haven't had much experience with. That description reminds me of like Flash game sites I used to play in like middle school. Hi there, Gnarl. What, the game you remembered, or one of the games I mentioned?
Speak quickly, mortal. Speak quickly.
I'll speak slowly for you, so you can comprehend. What's New Sheoth?
New Sheoth is the capital of the Shivering Isles. We Oriole guard Bliss, the manic district of the city.
And who is Sheogorath?
Sheogorath rules the Shivering Isles. We, the Oriole, are his favored soldiers, the most perfect expression of his might.
And where are we now?
The domain of the Prince of Madness, Sheogorath. We Oriole are tasked with defending this realm against the lesser beings that would destroy it. Go.
Well, it's nice to know you've already got a lead. Oh, this inn is called the Choosy Beggar.
Yes?
I don't get why this dialogue pops up twice, but alright.
I would...
But it goes away after one, so okay. Oh, I can give you a Courier Edition.
A new visitor to our home? How wonderful. Better stay away from my wife. We may be in the Choosy Beggar, but here you can eat like a king.
Doesn't offer too much. Oh. Wait, huh.
Goodbye, and watch yourself.
Honestly, that'll be hard to Google without the Tangent Games part. Because that'll easily bring up Fate's Day Night or some type of religious crap.
Yes?
Or Fate Grand Order.
What do you need? Every resident of Split has a double living in the town. Certainly. That... You can't scare me. Blah. Sure, that's cute. See you.
Hearing you're a 5 or 6 in 2005 just makes me feel kind of old. I already knew I was older than you, but that just... that puts more of a mental date on it.
How are you, pal? Greetings.
Wait, where's this guy? Where is this guy's wife? Don't tell me it's a doll. Fable's pretty good. Except for the aging part. The aging part with... Well, or what I remember of Fable, anyways.
My eye. Flesh and rocks are dangerous. Some are smart enough to
I'm like...
themselves when they're hurt.
Like 24, so I would have been like 9 or 10.
See you later. Greetings. visit the Museum of Oddities. But Una Armina is always looking for new items to display. If she thinks something is odd, she'll put it on a shelf for everyone to look at.
Speak quickly, mortal.
Oh right, it's night time. All the shops will be closed.
I've heard that skinned hounds don't like fire.
I've heard the same. Still, best to just avoid them.
See ya.
Bastion John?
What?
What?
Speak, madman. Take your time.
Oh, nice.
The ballywog is a dangerous little creature. Some say they grow up to be scalons.
Oh, that's an interesting proposition.
Hello.
You're talking to me, and I don't like you. Goodbye.
Okay, what is the Blessing of Ardensil? I don't see any negative effects, so it shouldn't be too bad. That'd just be standard Shrine Blessing, honestly. I don't see any effects from it. Yeah, I thought that would be female too, but alright.
Happy days. Duvenin, High Priest of Mania, at your service. What brings you to this holy place on such a fine day?
Rumors bring me here.
Some say the Grummites are the original inhabitants of the Shivering Isles.
Interesting proposition. I have nothing to... Frick, I'm blanking on the words.
Please, go on. Oh, that's... Yeah, how nice. Bye.
Octus, High Priest of Dementia. I'm here to guide those that wish to serve themselves. What did you require? Please, go on. You've got a point. Goodness, what can... Ugh, that's foul. You can stay at the Choosy Beggar in Bliss, but I wouldn't.
Okay.
See you later.
You might be surprised that... I mean, a lot of my favorite games come from like the 05 to 06 years, apparently.
How may I serve?
Oh, the dementia half already. Are we? Wait, are we on it? I think we are. Oh, let's do both halves for the city. Who is this a bust of?
Speak quickly, Mortal.
Well, coming here at nighttime is pretty nice. Crap, I forgot what the figure was. Alright, the GBA games, those are all less than 32 megabytes. I mean, a lot of that space is going to be like art assets and stuff, but if most of that's from code, then oh boy. Probably isn't though. Code-wise, code's probably like a few kilobytes or something.
Speak quickly, Mortal.
Ah, he's giving me a sitting ovation. Isn't he, Haskell?
Yes, is there something you require? If only we could speak more often.
A new arrival! Shame about my gatekeeper. I'm so happy I could just tear out your intestines and strangle you with them. I suppose an introduction is in order. I'm Sheogorath, Prince of Madness, and other things. I'm not talking about them. You've probably figured that out by now. Let's hope so, or we're in real trouble. And out come the intestines, and I skip rope with them. But perhaps now's not the time. You've made it this far, farther than anyone else. Well done! Take this trinket of mine. Perhaps it will serve you well, or look lovely on your corpse.
Well, depends what the trinket does. Yeah, he is great. Bit of a shame that he's been reduced to purely a single cheese meme. Oh well.
I've been waiting for you. Or someone like you. Or someone other than you for some time. I need a champion, and you've got the job! Time to save the realm, rescue the damsel, slay the beast, or die trying. Your help is required. A change is coming. Everything changes, even Daedric princes, especially Daedric princes.
They are beings of change.
Daedra are the embodiment of change,
As I just said.
and permanency. I'm no different, except in the ways that I am. The Grey March is coming, and you're going to stop it. The details aren't important, at least not right now. Eternity is on a rather tight deadline. We'll get back to that later. Now, you run an errand for me. An important one. Of course, anything I tell you to do is important. My realm, my rules. You're going to Zedilian, one of my favorite spots in the Isles. It's a little place I used to take care of unwanted visitors. And some are more unwanted than others.
Well, I've been there, but still, why Zedilian?
The gatekeeper takes care of most of the unwanted, but he's dead. We'll have to remedy that soon as well.
Fair enough.
Anyway, there are those that have other ways into my realm, and they're on the move. We don't want them here, trust me. So, you're going to get Zedilian up and running. Here's a little book to tell you how, And the attenuator of judgment. You'll need that too. Of course, you can always get more details from Haskell. He's a detail-oriented type of person. A big help. And a snappy dresser. Now, get going, before I change my mind. Or my mind changes me.
I think that last bit was the most threatening threat I've ever heard from him. It totally makes sense.
Really, no need to trouble yourself with the details of that now. It would just cloud your little mind. What is important is getting to Zedillion. Quickly! Before I get bored. Oh, you wouldn't like me when I'm bored. Ah, New Sheath. My home away from places that aren't my home. The current location is much better than some of the prior ones, don't you think? Yes? Speaking to me? Well, I'm he. He's me. And others as well. Or they were, weren't they?
Speaking to Haskell with that line, ain't he? Oh, there's a theory that Haskell was someone immortal who mantled Sheogorath in the previous Grey Marsh. I can't think of any text or dialogue to support that, but it's floating out there on test lore.
The Isles! The Isles! A wonderful place! Except when it's horrible. Then it's horribly wonderful! Good for a visit. Or for an eternity.
Well, if you're insane, I guess that latter part's true, but yeah, if you're sane, you're gonna end up either dead or insane soon enough, so I suppose it is a wonderful place for eternity.
A little busy here! I'm trying to decide what to have for dinner. Oh, how I love eating. One of my favorite things to do. Talk to Haskell if you need more information. He's got more brains than a brain pie. Oh, brain pie. Perfect! Care to donate?
No, thank you. Wait. I did kill a lot of Gromites and people on the way here. Maybe I could get their brains.
You can go now. Run along. Scoot.
The Mad God has given you a task. Surely someone of your copious talent should be able to handle it?
I would assume so, yes.
He is the Prince of Madness, the ruler of the Shivering Isles.
Nothing more to add to that?
The Shivering Isles is what Sheogorath wills it to be. Yes, quite an amazing place, really. Wonderful for relieving one's tension as you watch those troublesome adventurers suffer. No offense.
None taken.
I'd say your next move is to head to Zedillion and get it reactivated. Yes? Ah, silly me. The book has no pictures. Can't really expect you to read that now, can I? To reactivate Zedillion for my lord's pleasure, you'll need to find 3 focus crystals and return them to their resting place. Each crystal has a matching receptacle called a judgment nexus. Even you can't miss them. Without the crystals in place, the resonator of judgment, Zedillion's power source, cannot be restored.
I feel like I've seen power crystals before. But they in the Forgotten Realm. I don't think they work here, but that goes for power crystals too.
You have the attenuator, the manual, and a map. I'm certainly not going to carry you there, so I'd suggest you get to it. Place one foot in front of the other. You know how it goes.
Okay, time to read that manual. On subject of Zedillion's construction, Lord Sheogorath let me begin by extending the warmest regards to you and your noble being. Construction was completed on time and well under budget as you demanded, under pain of fun, I believe you are quoted as saying, and with only the most infinitesimal loss of life. I'm proud to say that by harnessing the energy of that most unusual crystalline formation, Zillion should maintain itself for years to come, with proper maintenance, of course. But there's hundreds of pictures on the page. Can't you see them? All right here. I mean, there's one picture, and then a second picture, and a third picture, and a fourth one, and there's a fifth one, and a sixth one, and a seventh one, an eighth one, and a ninth one, and a 10th one, an 11th one, and a 12th one, a 13th, and a 14th, and a 15th, and a 16th. It's even a 17th picture. That's a lot of pictures, man. At your request, I have included the full operation instructions for each section of the site. If you have any other questions, please feel free to bother me anytime, like when you originally thought of this idea in the middle of the night. The heart of Xedilian is its power source, the resonator of judgment. By tuning this huge chunk of crystal with the attenuated of judgment, a tuning fork of sorts, we have released a wave of siren-like sound that will draw anyone from outside the Isles. Three focus crystals have been placed throughout the site to assist in keeping this wave of sound even and stable. This site will not function without all three focus crystals running in unison, so it's important to keep them clean and safe on their cradles, which I have called their Judgment Nexus. The focus crystals are irreplaceable at this time, so take proper precautions guarding the site when not in use. Xedilian is split into 3 encounter areas, all linked with the latest in arcane transport technology. As a hapless Xedilianites, it was fun to experiment on them, thank you for that, make their way through each room. They are subjected to a test based on the manic philosophy or that of the Demented, whichever suits your whim at the time. All you need to do is push a single button, and sit back with your favorite wine, provided luxurious observation platforms from which to enjoy the show, and watch the results. Each encounter area has a unique theme that matches your requests as close as we could provide. I think you'll be pleased with the results. Below, I have detailed each room and the effects you can expect from them. In brief, as I know your lordship is busy. Chamber of Conversion. A fairly empty room with a large grating on the floor and a single half-sized, harmless snarl wandering in the center. Manic Result. Our small, harmless snarl will grow in size to nearly thrice that of the average Xedilianite. Most we observe run around in an attempt to escape the lowering creature. Eventually, it will stop and fade away. The magic of the room is enhanced by the spore gas we pump in through the grating. Demented Result. Our tiny friend Gnarl is joined by a small swarm of its brethren and attack our surprised guests. Genius! Chamber of Avarice. In this room, a huge mound of treasure sits atop a half-ziggurat inside a securely locked cage, to which there is no key. Manic Result. We drop several hundred keys to the ground that are all exact duplicates. It's amusing to watch the Xedilianites scramble through the keys for the correct one. Some spend days. Amazing. Demented Result. When a Xedilianite reaches the top of the ziggurat, we blast them with a highly concussive flame spell. The blast always sends them flying. Good fun for all, discounting those that do not survive. Chamber of Anathema. As you requested, we saved this one for the last. The Xedilianite that has a medal to make it this far now faces the toughest challenge of all. This room features freshly killed corpses, blood, and plenty of hanging bodies for your darker moods, my lord. Manic Result. We kill the Xedilianite and cause the specter of his former self to arise from the body. Not many Xedilianite manhinds can handle this one. Most go insane this far into the site. I must confess this room is a favorite of mine. Demented Result. Nothing better than a good old-fashioned battle. We raise at least double the number of zombies as there are Xedilianites and let them all have at it. Simple, elegant, and deadly. I hope you are pleased with the results of Xedilian. I know you'll have just as much fun using it as we had fun constructing it. Strangely, we have yet to receive payment for the site, but I'm sure it is just a minor oversight and it will be corrected as soon as your lordship has a moment. Alright, and where is... that is a fork. Not an eating fork, mind you, but that is a fork. On Xedilia, we did pass on the way here. It is... right down there by Vitharn.
Speak quickly, Morgan.
Oh, that's an invisible wall. Disappoint me, devs. Why can't I just jump through a window? and into the city proper. Why can't I be a madman? This leads to Crucible, which I assume is the dementia half of the city.
Speak quickly, mortal.
Now whether to go there at normal speeds or at super speeds, that is the question. Also whether to follow the path or not. I have to open the dev console, type in toggle no clip. Just to see the story. Oh, hi there, Gromite. Almost ignored you. So your space launch was a failure. No, actually, what would be better is to macro the console key to also activate Alt F4. Night Sky really is beautiful. It's one of the things that Vanilla Skyrim got right. The Night Sky was great up there. I'm not sure if it's better than this sky, though. I mean, System 64. Hi there, Gromite. Oh. There's no enchantment on this, is there? Nope. Okay, what do I have? I have a Azure Star. And what's half of that? Oh, I need another petty one day. I don't have any more petties. I have some petty souls to use, but I don't have any petty soul gems. I should get a soul trap spell up and running. That's an arrow coming at me. Which soul trap spell do they use? Could use Divine Retribution, but this shock damage get augmented by the sword. We could use... Oh wait, isn't... Yeah, Command and Conquer has a soul trap built in. Although I wouldn't quite want that in 1v1. We could use the Soul series of spells, which don't necessarily kill instantaneously, but are quite something. I think I'm gonna use Divine Retribution for now. Actually, I suppose I should put Command and Conquer in slot 3. That should do. Or Lay on Hands, or Hemorrhage, or Mass Weakness. There's a lot of spells. I feel like I'm missing locations. At the same time, I kind of don't care right now. I have no idea. Ask Uncle Sheo. Alright. Should I 2-stack? Yeah, I'll 2-stack. Get me out of the critter. Okay. She's sword for faster speed. Alright. Oh, I found flooded camp. Looks like I have to explore that here now. Roughly. Wherever the heck it is. Oh, it's here. Okay, that's probably not much then. I probably kind of passed it, didn't I? Right. I have literally a half-second window to freaking hit that key for the third buff. Oof. All right. Actually, am I using Soulstorm? No, it's Lightning Bolt. We're gonna go full Soul Trap spells. That's one death. That's 2 deaths. Maybe you just didn't have the right tutorial. That might be it, but that might be what's making it fun. I can't tell you. Oh, and this gets open now. Alright, that's 2 souls filled. Oh, souls captured. How's it? Oh, is there a stars filled? Eh, not yet on that. There's the body. Oh, crystal staff, you say? Ah. Okay. Oh, and because I have weakness built into the spell, I could cut first or blast first. Good catch, me. So, oh, okay. It feels like the extra weapon damage is a bit moot if I'm using a spell. No, even with these spells, they took a while to kill, didn't they? Hmm. Ah, okay. Didn't open another door. Fair enough. Those pitfalls open up really fast. I don't know what kind of troll you do, but I don't know, I feel conflicted about that, because I am friends with Nova, like, IRL. But at the same time, he has confused reactions to a lot of things. Oh, that? Okay, that would be kind of interesting. He is online right now, of course, if you're looking at Discord. But I doubt you have that already right now. Also, if you happen to be watching this, then your whole ruse is defeated. Yeah, these are Deathbringers. They're the reason why I made these high-powered weapons. But you should write the comments seriously, as if the code actually works, but make it not describe at all what the actual code does, if it even does anything. And auto attempt is failing me in breaking picks. I expected to break like 30 before I get something up, but no. No, it's like one pick. Why would you do this to me? I have too many lockpicks. I even have the skeleton key. In my portable backpack home thing. Yeah, exactly. Do stuff like that. I think as long as you don't make... I haven't known him to block anyone. So I think as long as you don't, like, abuse it and do it too often, he shouldn't have cause to dislike you. I mean, he has helped you a lot. With, like, picking out parts for your computer and coding resources. Oh, that guy just died in one shot. Don't... as long as it's not the soul trap, be okay, but it's probably the soul trap. You freaking absorb the soul trap. Ugh. Or it ends up deepening your friendship, who knows. Oh, what the hell? So reflect spells is 0. Absorb is 0. What the hell was it? Is it just like a spell that they had? I don't get... Why do you have the purple aura and the ignore spell effect? It's either reflect or absorb, but dead body scry says nothing. Ooh, that would be nice. Oh, I don't have a large enough gem for it. Okay, that explains things. Let's use up Zera's. Oh, the soul tomatoes, and it is the grand gem. Okay, I gotta look this up. So there's only one, apparently. There seems to be only one. I'm hearing strange sound from my window. It's almost like rain hitting it, but not quite. Okay, turning on the AC fan seems to have at least either scared the thing off or killed it. I do know a little Python. I only say it's basic stuff. The last thing I remember learning was graphics displays in Python. The bulk of what I know is C++. Oh, buffs are almost out. Oh, it's one of these fuckers. Okay. Alright, so that's the 1-2 punch to kill him. Alright, I have to, like... Let's try combat. Scry resistance. Absorb is 65. Okay. Yeah, just put it up on GitHub and send us the link. Oh, Resonator of Judgment. Wait, why am I picking this? Should auto tap. Okay, and I assume the rest of this is all for the viewing ports and chambers. Honestly, be something to have a laugh about if you actually do put in the troll code. Wasn't there the other gate? Nope. Okay.
Finally, Lord Sheogorath has sent someone to assist me. But where are my manners? Must get into my professional tone. Welcome to Zedillion. I'm the dungeon caretaker, Caliban Nerendil.
Just keep in mind, with coding, you have no idea what bugs will pop up, and no idea how long those bugs will take to fix. So, while those may be some nice, realistic goals to set for yourself, also keep in mind, it's done when it's done. Who the fuck knows what the hell you'll run across?
A wonder of engineering, is it not? Zedillion is the ultimate test of mettle for the foolhardy adventurer that dares trespass into the Shivering Isles. What they don't know is that they're being drawn to their doom, courtesy of the Resonator of Judgment. Ever since that wretched gatekeeper was made, Zedillion became redundant. It fell into disrepair and was eventually all but forgotten. After only a few years passed, the Grummites began moving in. Ghastly things. They mistook the focus crystals for some sort of religious symbols and removed them from their rightful places. This rendered the Resonator inert and Zedillion completely useless. Luckily, you came along and placed Zedillion back into operation.
Google is indeed our best friend.
Yes, I tend to ramble. You'll have to forgive me. If you have the attenuator, then Sheogorath must have sent you. Zedillion would normally have sent you back to the entrance when you stepped on the pad in the Resonator chamber. Since you're up here, I can only surmise that adventurers are already entering the dungeon as we speak.
What should I
The
do?
only thing we can do is let the adventurers complete a cycle through here. I'll be glad to help. I assume Sheogorath gave you the Manual of Zedillion. You can consult it for more information, or I can provide instructions.
Well, I read the manual. I asked Haskell. Let's ask you as well.
I will be happy to describe each chamber and explain the event that unfolds as we proceed through Zedillion. This first chamber is the Chamber of the Gnarl. At the touch of a button, you can cause a large group of tiny gnarls to appear and attack the adventurers. Or, if you're feeling merciful, we can have the group terrorized by a seemingly lowly gnarl that instantly grows to twice their size. The hallucinogenic spore gas we release into the chamber will help lull the victims into believing the creature means to kill them. Don't worry, its bark is far worse than its bite.
Yeah, I mean, you could make it browser-based, because that would also make it platform OS independent. Because Linux, as good of an operating system as it is still a tiny fraction of the market share out there. So you already are familiar with how limited you are on Linux in terms of gaming. I don't know if your code already is OS independent, but I know a lot of code I've written tends to be for a specific OS, which hasn't been an issue yet, but something to keep in mind.
As the adventurers make their way through Zedilion's chambers, they will encounter choices that you make in these control platforms. All you need to do is decide what becomes of the adventurers. Will you drive them insane, or will you pull the life from their bodies?
I feel like driving them insane would be the more overall beneficial. Just feels like straight up killing them is a bit of a waste, yeah? We could have new residents.
Well, the dead will be disposed of, have no fear. That's my job. Those that are lucky enough to merely go insane will be granted a place in the Shivering Isles as a permanent resident. Simple. Wait until the adventurers are in position, and then press a button. If they survived, they will proceed to the next chamber, and so on. It's really quite ingenious.
You know, I'm gonna ask you whether to do the mania or dementia choices on these, because I feel like they're both pretty valid. Even though killing them is kind of a waste, Cecil had a point. Seeing them blown away by a fireball is pretty funny.
As you wish. The resonator works by drawing adventurers to itself with a sort of magical siren's call. Sheogorath uses the resonator to find the cream of the crop, as he calls them, the best of the worst, to populate the Isles. Quite clever, eh? So good to be back in business.
Okay. First chamber. The first one being?
Keep your weapons ready and watch your backs. Do what I say, we might just get out of here alive.
Because, again, there's a left and right switch. Mania or dementia.
This has to be a joke.
We should go back. I'm not sure we should be here.
Well, no, you shouldn't be here, but when have adventurers ever cared about that?
What an odd ruin.
What in oblivion is that thing?
This is one of the horrid guardians of which the stories spoke?
Be careful. There may be more to this creature than meets the eye.
What a joke. Let's be rid of this thing and continue on our way.
Are my eyes playing tricks? Or is the creature
By the gods,
growing?
when will it stop? It could devour us whole.
Run for your lives!
Get back here, you cowards. Something's not right.
All this time it was merely an illusion. How clever.
Wait, what's wrong with Lewin?
Makes no sense. Should be dead. But what? Oh,
I think this place got to him. Perhaps we should leave.
No, we'll pick him up on the way out. He must fend for himself.
Usual orc thinking.
huge tree. They are going to kill us all.
Watching them run from the giant gnaw gets me every time.
Alright, second chamber. That is a lot of wealth.
I told you, treasure. Let's have at it, Cindy.
Oh, and the rogue's gone too. So they can't pick the lock unless the wizard knows some alteration. Alright, what's your pick for the second room?
Can't you just wizard it open?
Something isn't right here.
Stupid rogue, just when we needed him.
If only my arts included open lock spells.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for you. I have open lock spells.
Those jewels.
Such riches shouldn't go to waste. We must get in.
So, your choice? Alright.
Can't you just wizard it open? Blast! The cage is locked.
Gromok, be careful. This looks too good to be true.
Ha! Let's see them stop me after I rip this gate from its hinges.
Gromok, no!
Oh, are they both dead?
Sorry, Sindelius. I don't know who built this nightmare, but if I get my hands on them...
Oh. For a second there, I thought this would be prematurely over. Yeah, Stalwart Orc is a good descriptor.
The classic fire trap. Always a favorite, especially in the colder months.
Alright, third choice. Pick now and forever hold your peace. Dementia it shall be.
Steady, Gromok, steady. You've been through worse before. What more could this place possibly throw at you?
How about actual monsters?
Let every dead rise in this accursed... Strike me, will you?
That was very fast, unfortunately. That fireball must have done a lot of damage.
You've made short work of the intruders. Sheogorath should be proud to have such an efficient apprentice. Now, if you'll step on the last teleporter pad, I will meet you in the reception chamber so we can recover your earnings.
My earnings?
Not to worry.
I get paid for
We'll have
this?
your spoils to you in no time at all.
But the manual guy didn't get paid. Oh wait, Sheogorath doesn't have to have a rhyme or reason to it. Oh, that's a new crystal. So you drew your swords against me, Order Knights. Perfect order swords, you say? Well, they didn't really hold up to my lightning spells, that's for sure. Oh, I've been through here. Oh, this is back at the... Oh, okay. Now, how good are these order swords? Two perfect, one pure. Yes, I'm a shining paragon of written goodness. Oh, 54. Yeah, I will say the blade on this is pretty cool. It's just how wide it gets at the very base is the only thing that... Yeah, I'd say from the base, from the V-neck down is where it loses my favor, but above that, it's a pretty cool sword. Except for the taper point, whatever. I like how smooth the blade is.
As is the tradition, you are to be awarded a focus crystal as a token of your fine work.
Wait, don't you need those to run this
I'll
place?
have it sent to the palace and placed in the main hall if you wish to take a look at it.
What? Never mind.
Oh yes, of course. It seems a most unusual weapon was recovered from the orc warrior, Dramok. Never seen anything like it, but perhaps his journal can give you some useful information. Beyond that, take whatever else you need from the recovery chest. You've earned it. You're free to go at any time, of course, just up that hallway. Good luck to you. That was quite a battle. I hope you are uninjured.
Why didn't you mention this first?
You've not heard the legends? How could that be?
Not from the Isles,
Those
mate.
beings, as you call them, aren't beings at all. They are the soulless abominations known as the Knights of Order.
So you can be soulless
Their
and
attraction
living.
to the resonator isn't surprising. It was built from one of the obelisks that dot the Isles they seem to have an affinity for. You must proceed to Share Gorath at once and tell him the knights have returned. Quickly now, go!
Ooh. Oh, so if I do kill them, I get their gear, which isn't too much of a reward. 75, attack life 80, water breathing. Nice. Sorry, I heard another one pop up. Ah, here we are. Dawn Fang. Well, it's weaker than my current swords, but it does seem stronger than Daedric. Yeah, this is like Crusader Blade wise, and what is that sword design? Dude, you can't buy my gear. I enchant it myself. Oh, it's just the chromites. Wait, I just realized Dawnfang has a script on it, right? To increase its power with every kill? I could use that. So I wanted to make a growth weapon myself. I could use the script as a base, at least. Do you remember what Dawnfang does, though? Like, the growth part? Like, I know it switches between Dawnfang and Duskfang during the day and night cycles, but I forget what the growth part does. Oh wait, wasn't it like, if you kill a certain number of creatures during the day, then when it switches to night, it'll be a stronger enchantment? Something like that, I think. Oh, there we go. What? Oh, you still shot me. Man, this is definitely like... Yeah, this is a slow sword. Oh, this is... I did not remember this being a paddle, but it is completely a paddle with teeth. Okay. Well, if the base damage doesn't increase, then it's pretty much worthless. What's the shock? Agra. Hi there, Hunger. It'll be a cool museum piece, that's about it. Oh yeah, wasn't I supposed to switch weapons when it ran out of charge? Kind of broke that trend, didn't I? Oh, there's a chest here. Oh, neat. Well, that doesn't fully apply, I don't think, because Less Annoying Magic Experience changed the enchantments on artifacts and such. I'd honestly have to check the construction set, and why the hell not? Where is it? BG Magic Eevee. Here we are. Alright, now... Notice all the Shivering Isles weapons were included in Oblivion.esm, so should be in here somewhere, I'm guessing. Where would it be? Ah, here's Dawnfang, Duskfang. Where is it? Here we are. Dawnfang enchantment. Yes, that's fire damage 15 points, and Nourish Blade. It doesn't have... Well, it's not the active file, so it wouldn't have the star. Absorb health 7 points, 1 second, and fire damage 15. And then Duskfang is just frost damage and absorb magicka. Nourish Blade is a script effect. Wonder why they have a specific one for the first kill, though. I don't know. This is the scripting language for the Oblivion engine. Syntactically, it looks very generic. Like you'd see this stuff in C++ or C or Python. Yeah, it is pretty easy, although my biggest issue is stuff up here like declaring this. This stuff seems to be like declared in the engine, so it's like these aren't defined as they would be in C++, so you just have to read the rest of it to figure out what the heck it is if the name's not descriptive enough. Well, eventually I'll learn this, though. And there should be a script for, like, on the sword itself for, like, at certain time of day, check the enchantment something or whatever. Oh, there's a graveyard. Yeah, you may have to start out with that, honestly. Yeah, I think what you'd have to do is you'd have to make an interpreter or an assembler in another language, like C or assembly, or any language that you think is pretty fast on a level. And then you'd have your own coding language. Yes. Oh, it's probably Invis, isn't it? Probably not gonna hit. Nope, because water diffuses magic. Oh, this is the guy. Pollywog. Yeah, like for one of the one of the courses that I took in C++, like the final project was we had to write an assembler for an imaginary programming language. And I think it was like 10 instructions, was like about 1,000 lines in the end for me. Because you have to be able to like read the text file that the input's coming in from, check if there are any errors. Then once the errors are all sorted out. Actually, it's debugger too, so it's not just read it and get the instructions in there, it's also make sure there aren't any errors in the syntax. And then report what the errors are and what line they're at. And then do the thing where you compile it. You just output the result. It was all done in C++. We had a couple of months to do it, or maybe 3 months. The fuck are you saying?
I'll calicrack the find-do. I will. You tear it at it.
What?
Fribble. Just fribble. Gal burst in it.
Duly noted. I think the most stressful thing I've had to do, though, was definitely the card game for OPL. That was... Wow, dude, you only just met him. But like, the assembler, as I said, was about 1,000 lines over 2 or 3 months, maybe even 4 months. We had most of the semester to write it. But the most stressful I've had to do was an OPL where we had to write a card game that turned out to be, at the most basic functional level, 2,000 lines of code in 3 weeks. That was the most stressful piece of shit I've ever done. Is this into the palace? Is that crystal new? I don't think it is. No, this crystal was here before.
Speak quickly, mortal.
See, they're having an intimate conversation. Well, given I kind of intend to 100% this, or at least 95% this, I should find it eventually. It's just a matter of when, and not if, I'd wager.
Always a pleasure.
Glad to hear
I
it.
see you've returned. How exciting for you. I believe you have some news for Lord Sheogorath. Perhaps you should be speaking with him instead of illuminating me with your presence.
I'm sure I should be illuminating you with your... Second. Really want me to speak with the old man?
Well now, what news do you have to report?
Not much.
So soon? Not a surprise, I suppose. We'll get to that later. No need to burden your little brain with it now. And Zedilian, since you're standing here, I assume you've succeeded. Or you're terribly confused, or really lacking in good judgment. Wonderful! Time for a celebration! Cheese for everyone! Wait, scratch that. Cheese for no one. That can be just as much of a celebration if you don't like cheese, true? You've run a maze like a good little rat, but no cheese for you yet. Well, maybe a little. I've granted you a new spell, the ability to summon Haskell, my Chamberlain, to aid you in your travels. He knows a lot. More than he knows. In fact, give it a try. Summon our friend to you now. I'll wait.
Wonder how long I should make him wait. Oh well. Where is it? Is it a lesser power? He doesn't need a lesser power. Oh, there.
Our Lord has granted you the power to summon me. How wonderful for me. When summoned, I can offer advice on your current endeavor. I imagine it's up to you what to do with my wisdom. Do try to use your power sparingly. I have duties to which I must attend. Rather more important than shepherding you around, I'm sure.
You know, I'm not too sure he does. Haskell just poof. Oh, there he is. Immediately return there. Let's do it again.
While being summoned is truly a wonderful thing and not at all tiresome, I believe Lord Sheogorath wishes you to speak with him again.
I want to see you poof back there. There you go.
Isn't that a hoot? I love it myself. Best part of being a Daedric prince, really. Go ahead. Try it again. He loves it!
Summoned again. My lord does so enjoy that, as is his prerogative. I'll assume you're done for now.
No, I'm not quite done with Haskell. Oh, did that just poof him away?
Yes, you've gotten rather proficient with your new ability. As I said, try not to abuse your power.
I love is so done with your shit type of voice.
Well, look who's here. You. How about that? Good, good. You'll need all the help you can get if you're going to defeat Jiggalag and stop the Grey March.
Now you're gonna tell me?
Oh, don't expect to summon dear Haskell anywhere but in the realm. He dislikes leaving my presence. I get that sometimes.
Well, he's essential, so I can't just knock him out.
An event. A movement. An apocalypse of sorts. Happens every year, at the end of every era. Which is to say, now. The Grey March comes and Jiggalag walks. Or runs. Never skips, sidles, or struts. And mostly he just destroys everything around him.
The way he said a movement makes me think maybe it's a bowel movement.
The Daedric Prince of Order. Or biscuits. No, order. And not in a good way. Bleak. Colorless. Dead. Boring. And not a fan of my work, I can tell you. Hates it, hates me. A bit single-minded, if you take my meaning. You've seen his knights. Not the warm and cuddly sort. Not a bit of original thought in their lifeless husks. So, you're going to help me stop him.
Alright, Uncle Shiny Face.
Again with the niggling little details. Hold your tongue, or I will. We'll get to that, all in due time. For now, you've got other work to do. Ask? Ask? I don't ask! I tell! This is my realm, remember? My creation, my place, my rules! Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are, do you?
Only vaguely.
I suppose few really do, but that's beside the point. We're going to give you a taste of where you found yourself. You're going to learn. 2 halves, 2 rulers, 2 places. Meet and greet. Do what they will, so you know what they're about. The Duke of Mania and the Duchess of Dementia. Seek them out and let them show you what New Sheoth is. You might be surprised. Once you understand what my realm is, you might understand why it's important to keep it intact. And maybe you'll make some friends along the way. That's always nice.
It is. So she tell me what the Grey March is again.
It's Jiggalag's time, and not a good time at all. You're going to help me stop it. First, though, you need to get your feet wet. I can't expect you to save the place if you don't even understand it. So speak to my dukes, learn about mania and dementia. Try not to die.
Honestly, it's a far greater effort for me to try to die than to try not to. And also, I hope you don't expect my feet to actually get wet. Water walking kind of makes that impossible. I mean, water walking even lets you hold torches underwater, so maybe use a different expression?
Another Daedric prince. Not a nice one. I don't think any of the other princes like him, actually. I mean, Malakath is more popular at parties. And Malakath is not popular at parties.
Super popular. That's definitely not popular.
Seen them about, have you? Odd things. They've always been here, but they're not of here, if you take my meaning. You'll see those Knights of Order around them during the Grey March, drawn to them like flies to honey or rotting flesh. Ever wonder why flies like both? Best not to ask.
I mean, you can take me to meet royalty. If I offend them, what are they going to do? Stab me? You've seen how many things have tried to stab me.
A Duchess of Dementia. Ever wary, ever worried. A prisoner in her own house in a way. And a delightful conversationist, really. A bit harder to meet than Theoden. Consider making an appointment.
You forget my escort spell. I can temporarily give you the exact same protective powers I have.
The long-reigning Duke of Mania. A master of merriment, if you will. Or if you won't. I suspect it wouldn't matter to him. Ah, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
While that does leave a lasting impact, I also wonder how could he determine that I haven't visited him again? Like when I'm dead or something? It kind of doesn't matter if he fucks up my eyes, does it? Hello.
Greetings. What? Do you have business in the House of Dementia?
You're exactly the person I was looking for.
We'll see.
Let's make sure you're on my side first.
Not. My life is drab and wretched, but that's pretty good. All right, I get it. The Elytra have wondrous poisons that can drain the very life from you.
It's not the spell that keeps shooting at me.
I can tell you that while she stays out of the public eye these days, she does still hold audience in her court during the day. You may attempt to approach her then. The lady has been concerned about her safety lately, so be prepared for a hostile reaction.
I'll try some charm magic.
See you later.
Just to remind you, I do have... There's horse armor, if you want that. Hard cap armor. Reflect everything. But more often than not, I'll probably put escort on you, which would also accounts for the 95% spell effectiveness. So it still ends up hard-capped armor, hard-capped magic resistance, water breathing, and increased speed, so that you can kinda keep up with me. If you get hurt, I mean, there's superior convalescence, alright. There's lay on hands, which is more of the AoE heal, and if you somehow die, there's still true resurrection. And if you somehow die, and I don't really care about resurrecting you for some goddamn reason, there is always reanimate corpse.
Hi. I like dogs. Dogs are pretty. I hear the heretics in the lands of Mania summon hungers to fight by their sides.
I forget if they actually... No, I think they summon spectral warriors instead.
Tell me more.
A bit peskier than hungers.
Goodbye.
I love it when I can actually use the roofs to navigate. Whose place is this? Oh. Oh, funny pun. Scales? What? Never mind. Probably better not to ask. Thanks, roof curvature. Now where's those shots? Oh, right. In. I barely remember this. As I mentioned, this was like... I last played this in like '06. And I did not finish Shivering Isles. I don't even know how deep I got in. Not that deep, apparently.
Yeah, sickly Bernice, proprietor. Don't get too close now. You might catch what I have.
No concerns. I have cure disease. Wait. Oh, I can't exit that conversation right now.
Well, it seems I am dying. Yes, these may be my last days in the Shivering Isles. That is, unless someone like yourself could help me find the cure. But no one has taken me up on my offer, even with the promise of a reward. Oh, well, it's been a good life, I suppose.
Is the disease you're ailing from life? Because I don't think there's much of a cure for that.
I would gladly...
And her voice changes for the invest.
I hear Cutter collects the madness ore to turn into armor.
Very different.
Leaving me to die in peace, eh?
Not quite. I could use lay on hands, but where the heck's cure disease? It's cure paralysis, sure. Is there a rage cure disease spell? I don't think there is. Oh. Yes, that is indeed cure disease, paralysis, and poison.
Hello again. Talk to me while you can. I don't think I've got too long. Are you willing to help me?
I see cure disease didn't work.
Oh, thank you so much. There's only one place in all the Isles to get the cure for what I have. Knotty Bramble. I'll mark it on your map. There, on the lowest level of the place, is a pool containing the cure. Aqua Nostrum.
Water
Legend
nose.
has it that it bubbles up from around an old statue. Bring me back the remedy, and I will reward you well. Here, take this special flask to collect the Aqua Nostrum. Oh yes, it's the miracle remedy for any disease. I was told about this wonderful solution by a recent patron of my establishment. He said if I let him stay for free, he'd tell me how to cure my sickness. How fortuitous.
I have a sneaking suspicion this may kill her, but
Apparently it only
her choice.
exists at the bottom of Knotty Bramble. Oh well. So close, yet so far.
yeah, you aren't interjecting Japanese into a regular speech yet.
Hurry. There's no telling how much time I have left.
Hello.
You haven't seen that filthy cat beggar, have you?
I have. Or are you the guy who's deathly afraid of cats? Also, what shop do you even have? I don't get why this is popping up.
Don't bother using a frost spell on a shambles.
already known. Doesn't matter to me.
Yes, he's the one. Isn't he scary? I wish someone would just make him disappear.
I don't even know what to think of that sentence if it were serious. Like, I normally don't think much of that speech, but ever since watching this one Russian Badger video where someone put a voice to those emotes, I can't get that out of my head, and it's the most... Oh, it's the most annoying voice you could have picked.
I bet you're a cat lover, too.
Hello.
Bye.
I'm Murine. If you have any secrets, I'm the one to tell. I won't share them with anyone but my family. Unless they're good ones, that is. Common Treasures is full of junk. That's all Tilsa Araleth collects. If you hear anything
Good
interesting,
secret.
let me know.
It's gone. All of it gone. Have you seen any of it? Any of my things? The others, they think I'm stealing, but I just want my things back. Pike, the Knight of the Thorn, lives in hell.
Knight of the Thorn? That's an order in Cyrodiil. What the hell?
Bye.
Yeah, I'm aware of the want me to hit you one, that's for sure. And the smug one, I rarely have have a time where I think that's like the optimal emote to use. But it is, yeah, it's lovely. Wait, why is it closed? Oh, it's just about nighttime. Intuition. Just kind of know these things sometimes. Wait, is that a smith actually smithing? Oh.
They call me Cutter. For a truly inspired blade, I can forge madness ore. Here, hold on to this parchment. It lists what I need.
You do this to everyone who enters your shop?
I would need something sharp, stabbing, cutting, that sort of thing. I can accommodate you, I assure you.
Alright, what to sell?
That seems fair to me. That seems fair to me. I can
I'm
accept.
sure I'll want 2 order swords.
That seems fair to me. That's a fair deal.
Oh, that's actually a neat necklace.
That seems... I can accept that. You got a good deal then. That's a fair... I can accept that. That seems fair to me.
Yes. Well, that's actually worth a lot.
That seems fair to me.
That's worth a lot. I will save that for when we get back to Tamriel.
That seems fair to me. I can accept fair bar... That's a fair bargain.
That's actually probably a mod. Because note that, like, Daedric armor, just not like a whole suit, just like a single piece of Daedric armor is worth like 3,000 septims. And I got so sick of having to... Because the teleport spells, I can stock up like 50 pieces of Daedric armor at once, and then I sell it all off, and I got so sick of having to sell them off one by one by one by one by one. So I just found a mod to increase the merchant gold so I can sell them off in bulk. It still wasn't quite enough. I've sold them off by like 2s or 3s now, but it's better than one by one.
Fair. That seems fair. That seems fair to me.
They do not. Otherwise, do you see how much I have? I I'm not sure I'd be moving right now if that had weight.
I can accept that. That's a fair... You got a good deal there. A fair bargain. I can accept a fair bargain. That seems fair to me. If you need more, you know where to find me. I'm nearly always at work. Go sink your blade deep into the flesh of your enemies.
Alright, that's one way to say farewell. Maybe. As far as I know, there's only like coin currency. I've read in like a book or two mentions of coppers, so maybe there's silvers as well, but we don't see those in games. I think I just sold off everything that had... Oh, I forgot about that short sword. Anything else to drop off for like later selling? Alright, and then in here we go the order swords, the staff, the Dawnfang, I guess it is. No, it should be Duskfang right now, right? Yeah, it's Duskfang. Charity of Madness, and all the ingredients. Most of the books, I guess. And any full soul gems. I'm glad you can reach the pop-ups easy, but yeah, it's there for 30 seconds. I could increase that, but I won't be able to do it like mid-stream. I'd have to do it in between streams. Oh, that's not a long request item. Wait, burn. Oh, right. Yeah, it's unfortunate YouTube doesn't support gifts much. Alright, now in here I should have... Yeah, a lot of madness stuff. I have a lot of madness ore. Okay, anything I want to drop? I don't think I'm really using Spirit of Eternity, so I guess I could drop this off. Not really using Nazarene either. I have no idea if other platforms do. Oh, okay. Yeah, there was mention elsewhere about Mixer 2 and some streaming platforms were brought up. So maybe I should add that to Restream. Alright, before I put it in there, let's recharge everything. Now I'll put Nazarene away, Mercy 2, Spirit of Eternity, so I'll just carry these 3 swords. And I rarely use Twitch. I mean, I started on Twitch because it's the biggest one, but not that big a fan of Twitch anymore. Yes, I think they are. I think there's like some basic gifts that everybody has, and then the rest of them are gifts that these streamers sets up, like how I set up the emotes on Discord. Any other swords I want to bring? I mean, there are these 3. They are lighter. materialist. I, Cutter, Master Smith of New Sheoth, by tradition and sacred pledge to my deceased mentor, must forge weapons and armor for any hero who brings me madness ore. I will create magical versions of these weapons and armor if the hero provides the needed ore and the appropriate matrix, which my mentor has hidden throughout the land. Drinking in the mystical essences, the blood of the Shivering Isles. The amount of madness ore required to make items is listed below. 1 piece, arrows, per 25. 2 pieces for a bow, 4 pieces for a claymore, 2 for a war axe, 3 for a sword, 2 for boots, 5 for a cuirass, 2 for gauntlets, 3 for greaves, 2 for helmet, 2 for shield. I think we can get both an unenchanted version and an enchanted version of everything. Alrighty. Okay, definitely the unenchanted version. Don't know about the enchanted version though, because we have a lot of matrices, but I don't think we have everything.
You remain faithful. That is good. I will cut your throat if you visit that other smith.
Full yandere here.
Please, go on.
And she really likes me.
Spirits of ancient souls are trapped in the ore. Find it in old ruins. Also, grummites are especially attracted to it. It's a supple and flexible ore, yet it holds a good edge. I can shape the sharpest of blades from it. I can also create magical items.
Alright, let's see about forging all the
What
weapons.
shall I forge for you?
Let's not do the... Let's go for the unenchanted variants first.
Think of me when you send arrows to bite into your foe. What?
Alright, then the
Wait.
war axe.
What do...
And the claymore.
With enough force, this will cleave through meat and bone. What shall I forge for you?
I already did the claymore, so then it's the sword, and that should be it for weapons.
Carve a happy smile. Let the blood wash over your hands.
And now for armor.
What is your wish?
Where is the Discord?
Boots are useful, though sometimes it's nice to wade barefoot through the blood of your fallen foes. What do you desire? Sure, you've got your rib cage, but a sharp blade can pry ribs apart. What is your wish? When the blood flows across your knuckles, think of me. What is your wish?
Just in gauntlets, so that leaves Graves, helmet, shield.
Important arteries flow through the legs. What is your... Head wounds bleed profusely. What do you desire? Properly timed blocking can stagger your foe. That is the time to caress him with your blade.
Can't say I knew that. I know in other games time blocking's rewarded, but I never thought that was the case in a Bethesda game. Okay, am I over encumbered? I'm getting close. Okay, so here we have the full set of Madness gear. Very Sheo inspired. This long sword's neat. I like how it tapers to such a thin point, but again, that get to the base, that's very that you do. But you always use the same two names, so I'm used to it. The Claymore seems... Oh, this is what the model for the start... Alright, Claymore I may actually use. I wonder why it's very black, though, compared to the rest. I thought it'd be the same color scheme, but maybe it's not. No, I'm gonna look that up. Because I realized that... Yeah, I think it's supposed to be a different texture. Yeah, I think they're supposed to use different textures than what I have. I wonder what changed them. Well, at least you still have a conscience. See, where the heck... It's gonna be a pain in the ass to find the texture path for this. And these are obviously supposed to be not pure black, so I don't quite know what's up with them, but it looks neat as is anyways.
Something smooth and sharp. Leave your foes sticky with blood.
Okay, now for the enchanted variants.
What shall I forge for you?
Magic bow.
With a gentle moan, this bow will yield to your pull. With a scream of delight, it will launch pain into your enemies.
She's very disturbing in a very earnest way.
What do you wish? Think of me fondly when you bury this axe deep into your foe's skull. What shall I forge for you?
Ah, that was the axe, so now the claymore and then the sword.
When you are really angry, it feels good to hack into someone with a giant blade.
Don't think I can disagree with that.
What shall I forge for you? Cutting a man apart, little by little. Such sticky, sweet victory.
I think I should bank a lot of this stuff now, but that's all the
See
weapons.
you later.
So we are at 803. How much does... Oh, never mind, the madness weighs a lot. Those are some good looking enchantments. I mean, they're weak in power, but that's a lot of... That's diversified. Well, that damage health is a lot. Okay, these are actually some worthwhile enchantments. I better read this code later. Alright. Where should I put the madness stuff? There's some storage in here, but... I'll put it in the rest. How much ore we've used at this point? Oh, like only 40 ore. That's... Oh, we can... Assuming I have the matrices, we should be able to get everything in one go.
Something smooth and sharp. Leave your foes sticky with blood.
Hey, okay, I have the option, but that doesn't mean I have all the matrices, does it?
Crush the skulls of the fallen under your boots. Stomp out their eyeballs with your heel. Paint the floor red in a bloody dance. What is your wish?
Alright. Oh, I don't have the option if I don't have the pieces. Okay, so I can get everything in one go. Yeah, we got a lot of ore.
The enemy's blade will glance across the smooth metal, a gentle caress. What do you desire? They say the heart anchors the soul to the man. Think of this while the heart of your enemy beats in your hand. Then squeeze. What do you desire? Such strong blood pulses through the legs. What is your...
Alright, so after Greaves comes helmet and shield.
The best way for a blade to slip into a man's brain is through the eye socket, ear hole, or through the nose.
Not sure how I can apply that information, given how imprecise targeting is, but...
What is your wish?
I'll try to keep it in mind.
This shield, like a true friend, is always willing to take a good beating. Tradition dictates before each master smith dies, she hides these magical molds in the world, like pouring salt into a wound. Over time, they soak in magical energies from the world around them, like you suck blood from a cut. Bring me a matrix and enough ore, and I will forge you a new item and bleed the magic of the matrix into it. Bye.
Let's see, this has... Oh, restore fatigue. Spell absorption. Oh, that's a lot of resist disease. Fucking damage. Oh, hot. Damn, these enchantments are sexy. Yeah, that's some great enchantments. Okay, now the Intrepid hammer, whatever. Is there any way to complete this quest? I could check the construction set, but it's probably better to check UESP. Oh, it's one quest for both smiths. That's why it's not done. I mean, there are bots for exclusively music, I think. Although, there's also, I think, the Night bot, which is a general purpose bot that's also used for music. So maybe for a first attempt, leave the music part out. But I wouldn't say what you asked for is impossible, just probably difficult. Okay, now what to do now? Things found. It is locked. Because I cannot wait in the air. At 9:16 p.m. Duly noted. Oh, there's 2 inns. Where's there? No, it's 2 doors to the same inn.
Hey, you. Come over here.
What?
I got to ask you something.
Are you hurt?
Something important. Shh. Just come over here. I have a proposition for you. Best not to talk about it here. Meet me at the sewer grate northeast of the Shale Goreth statue. Come after dark. Come alone.
Okay. And come on, hurry up. I'm just gonna follow him.
Greetings.
Hello.
Yeah, you might want to, for your first spot, make something hard-coded without, so none of the option stuff on the websites, just get something that works and does what you want it to. And then, I guess, figure out how to do the options later. Although, if the way to do the options versus the hard-coded is significantly different enough, you might have to scrap all the code from the first spot. Yeah, modular design is very, very important.
Yes?
You want to design things both while keeping in mind the future, as well as the fact that you may not be the only one coding on it. So make, comments as readable as possible, code as self-contained as possible, I guess. Like, ideally you want the code to be like Legos, where you can just snap bricks on and off at will. If Sobit's up for it.
I'm glad you came. So, are you interested in earning some loot?
I'm always interested in loot.
Great. There's a simple task. Yes, a simple task that you must perform.
If only you could use the Discord emotes.
This life, it's too painful. Everywhere I look, I see death, dying and decay. When I dream, I see a world without sunshine. I'm constantly on the verge of retching up, or falling asleep, or screaming at someone who doesn't deserve it. I'm just so fed up with it all. I need your help. I need you to send my soul away from this world. You must. You must kill me. Have you seen those miserable souls on the Hill of Suicides?
Not yet.
You think that kind of existence is any better than this?
Probably not.
No. You must kill me.
You might want to try downloading some RAM. That could fix your issue.
I don't necessarily want to see it coming. And I want to die here in the city so all these people finally believe me. They'll wish they were nicer. You probably want to do it without spectators, though, so you don't get in trouble. Best to make it look like an accident. But remember, I don't want to see it coming. Take me unaware. Well, that's up to you, I suppose. I'm gonna go about my daily life, such as it is, as if nothing has changed. Make your move when you wish, but please do it soon. Oh, that. When you kill me, take the key to my house. Nothing really worth taking except what's locked up in the jewelry box. You can have that. Okay. I'm going to pretend everything is normal. Make your move as soon as you can, but let me get away first so I don't know it's coming.
Alright. Now, if it wants me to look like an accident, remember the one Dark Brotherhood quest where I got to, like, unpin a trophy from a wall and it killed them with the concussion? Let's follow him around for a while and see if there's anything like that. Otherwise, I can just punch him in the back or something. Actually, how much HP does he have? 100 life. Yeah, I don't think I need to sneak attack with my current sword. Oh yeah, I guess it is almost a 3-hour mark. Well, I suppose we'll... No, a full 24 hours in Oblivion seems to equal to about 1 hour real time, so I don't think we can stalk this guy for the full day. Don't want to look up his schedule in UESB, but we might have to for time concerns. Oh, hey, we can push him off here. Will there be witnesses? Oh, there would be witnesses. You'd be the witness.
How may I serve?
Of course I could push him off, but can I like do it like this? No, he's kind of moving back. That is interesting. It's like, if he wants to not see it coming, I could just assassinate him at any point in the day. But if it needs to look like an accident, it's a good spot. Let's just there's this guard here. Have you tried binary? I hear binary is a pretty good language to use. How much damage does my fist even deal, though? But I think I get either it's a ×6 or a ×7 from sneak. And I have 20... Yeah, I could one-shot him with my fists. actually, I could chameleon myself, like right now, in front of this guard, and not be seen. I mean, a single punch should send him flying off the ledge and make it look like an accident. And it's a punch, not a sword cut, so there won't be any kind of... Well, I mean, there might be a hole in his stomach or something, but... nothing else much to show. And there we are. Totally invisible.
It hurts! Oh, stop! Peace. At last. Thank you.
Oh, that's nice to hear. So I don't know if there's a better way to kill him, but I mean... Yeah, you didn't see it coming. Nobody saw it coming. I mean, he fell on an accident spot, but other than that... Is there actually a way to make it look like an accident, though? There's really... I think now that I'm kind of done, I will look it up. Come on, you know Latin's a better programming language. Okay, I wish I would have heard that dialogue line. Okay, I think I'll go back and redo that a bit.
Sometimes I come up here to think. Everything looks so small from up here. Makes me feel better, you know? Like I'm not so small myself. But that feeling only lasts a little while. And I start thinking about how miserable everything is. And then all I want to do is step off the ledge. I can't just jump. Don't want to end up on the hill. But I hope that someday, maybe, a big gust of wind will come and push me off, so I can end it all.
Because I have a force push spell and I want to use that, but I don't know if it counts as hostile. I'm gonna go check that before I go through with that dialogue option.
Halt, lawbreaker. Lord Sheogorath's justice demands reparations, or it's the dungeon for you.
Alright, that counts as assault.
Sometimes I come up here to think. Everything looks so small. What? Peace. At last. Thank you. Thank you.
That happens all the time.
Well, now. Yeah, I got kind of stuck in there. Didn't really fall. Let's see if I can get his arm. His arm's probably stuck inside the pavement. Oh! Which plane of hell? Because they could really use some people that can read Braille. Oh, still an own bed. That's unfortunate. Liturgy of Affliction. Parchment. That is blank. Wanted to die for quite some time. Things just aren't going right. Never have gone right, really. No one seems to care either, nor even notice I exist. Not that I have much to say, even if someone had wanted to be my friend. Like a lousy friend anyway. Probably even boring the person reading this. Certainly boring myself. Not that anyone will ever find this note. Oh, but if they do, it means I've been granted my greatest wish to be released from this mortal coil. This isn't a suicide note. Oh, that would mean I've taken my own life. We all know what that means. Who wants that kind of existence to be reborn on a hill every day? Reset as if nothing ever happened. Even worse than the life I'm living. Life I've lived. Yes, I'm sure I'm happy now. But dead me writing this note isn't happy at all. Never have been happy, really. Anyway, the purpose of this note is to say to the man or woman who has killed me, thank you. All I really have is this queer little ring. A wizard gave it to me once, said I reminded him of his dead son. Guess I resemble his dead son even more now. Anyway, he said it would make me happy. Lift the weight of the world off my shoulders or some such thing. Come to think of it, it's the only time anyone has ever given me anything. Personally, I think the thing is worthless. Just like me. I tried it for a while, the happiness ring, but eventually I couldn't wear it anymore. It made me feel odd. Not myself. I didn't like feeling that way, so I locked it away. Pretty enough, though. I fetch a few gold coins at the merchant. Sorry not to leave much more behind, but my life never really amounted to much anyway, did it? Yours very truly. Here's Clytemnestra, deceased. In regards to the brackets comment, you should look at Lisp. Lisp is a fantastic programming language that's not at all hard to learn. I've been using Visual Studio Code. I have it for some reason. I'm very used to the Visual Studio type of setup. Oh boy. I remember at first thinking, this is a neat language, and after a while of reading it, like, oh, this makes sense, but oh my god, is this not human-friendly?
It's not a bad place. When Bernice...
What else can I help you with on this glorious day? The best armor in the city is at the Missing Pauldron.
Yeah, as we brought up on Discord, Sobit needs a new PC and he's saving up for one.
Tread the humble path, find enlightenment.
Aye.
What? Books of Bliss has quite a selection.
I know, where do I need to go outside? Oh, liquid solution, right. And that is... Oh, I think I've been to that. I have been to that cave. I built one. It's the one I'm using. I think there was like, what was it, PCPartPicker.com or something like that? It's a good site for comparing parts and like making a running list for it. Maybe it even shows you part compatibility. Gosh, do I still have that bookmarked? Yeah, I think I... Are these on PC? Yes, these are. Yeah, here's the PCPartPicker.com, which lets you, you don't have to log in for it, but, you know. Yeah, as Zania said, this is great for making the list of parts you want to get, making sure they all fit together. I don't think you'd want to stick to the site for figuring out what parts are best. You'll probably have to Google each part you're looking at, but otherwise, this is the site to use. Zanya, or Nerva, or Summer. Yeah, I know your pain. People keep pronouncing Fasteel as Fastel. And there was one guy who misspelled it as Fifth. I don't even know how that happened. He doesn't know either. What's up with this chair? The name was... Do we Fs or 1? It's like, I think it was FFASTYL, and it's Fastiel. That's how you pronounce it. But one guy I remember misspelled it as FYF. Fifth. Oh, hello. Wait, swamp gas hole? Huh? Hey, got a soul. Oh, and there's just a hole right at the beginning. Living up to its name already. Okay, because it's 1 minute to the end anyways. Call it here. Thank you very much for watching. Seeing you tomorrow night, and also on the Discord where I can keep talking about code, I guess. Whatever.